Christina Lauren, and I live for design, entertaining, and cooking. I live in sunny Malibu, California, right on the beach, right next to the best shopping in the world, the best weather in the world. I absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. I love to help people, but I have to admit, I really do have the best taste. Tonight I'm throwing a spring soiree for my most fashionable friends. And in my life, I never need a true reason to celebrate. Just the beginning of spring is reason enough. I just got back from the local farmer's market in Malibu and picked up these fabulous hydrangeas. I love the color of hydrangeas because they come in such a variety of colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them in water through their petals because that makes them last longer, about 5 days longer. And I also picked up a few other spring type flowers for my annual spring soiree going on later tonight. So I'm gonna cut them down and get them ready for company later. I'm gonna start with my favorite flower and a lot of other people's favorite flower, peonies. I'm cutting it about 2 inches so the tops of the flower hit just about where the neck of the vase is. And that will make it look more full. When I was younger, I used to take all of the flowers my mom would place around the house and hoard them into my room, and I would just have this huge collection of about 5 vases sitting on all of my dressers. I believe a complete home is one for everyday living, entertaining, and enjoying. So for my signature cocktail for the evening, I wanted to make it something special. So what I'm going to do is take this honeydew and chop it in half, and then using these cute little cookie cutters, I'm gonna make adorable garnishes for my cocktail. I'm just gonna cut it in half and scoop all of the brains inside of the bowl. Ugh. Carefully not to slice my fingers in half because we don't want to trip to the emergency room. I'm gonna make slices inside. So for my signature cocktail, I definitely want to have something special. So I chose honeydew because I love the green springy color. And what I'm going to do is just use easy small cookie cutters and cut out shapes inside of it. So these will be floating inside of the pitcher and inside of all of the drinks. My little garnishes will make all the difference, I know. Because everybody does something simple, and it's more than just cutting strawberries and floating blueberries. It's all about the uniqueness. Everyone in Malibu, everyone in LA has seen everything. So I like to make it stars because it's a star-studded event that's coming. I will be making homemade simple syrup using equal parts water and sugar, boiled and then cooled down. We've been having a bit of a heat wave in Malibu. I'm gonna make a very fresh white wine spritzer, but I'm gonna use natural juices that I picked up from the natural juice press down the street. And I'm gonna use some white wine that I love to drink on its own, so I know it won't give my friends any hangovers. So for 2 pitchers, you'll probably need about 3 bottles. A splash of simple syrup to make it a little bit sweeter. And I'm gonna use this strawberry puree, natural. And just do it until it turns into a nice color. That's what I always like to do. Some stars for my star friends. All of the different types of melons. And I just know everyone is gonna die for it. And the longer you leave the fruit in, the more alcohol it absorbs, so the more your friends are gonna really enjoy it. My beach house has a very neutral feel. It's a very natural, organic type look, using natural elements like bamboo fibers for the throws and linen for the pillows. And I wanted to incorporate some color because there's nothing worse than a boring house. So I went with a bluish silver rug to really bring out the waves in the ocean from my view. I brought in brighter pillows just because I love the color. So you always look for asparagus with the tight ends, and that means that it's fresh. And be careful to chop off the very end because that's the extremely bitter part. And I also like to incorporate other spring vegetables, tomatoes, zucchini, and then the garlic and lemon go in my signature dressing. I cut it in halves and then quarters, and then you just chop it to bite-sized pieces. I don't think there's any excuse not to make your own salad dressing. It's the easiest thing to do. Take a couple cloves of garlic. So you add the garlic in, cut the lemon, a splash of olive oil, actually a few splashes of olive oil, about half the amount of red wine vinegar, and a good healthy sprinkling of Italian seasoning. This hooks up, press slow, and that is a homemade dressing. And you want to always season your salad right before guests come, and then always keep a side portion at the table so people can season to their liking. Because there's nothing worse than a disgusting overdressed salad. Everything is practically perfect, and my guests are almost here. I need to go get ready. People get so stressed out when it comes to entertaining and throwing parties. I find it quite simple. Spring is the best time to visit Malibu, and my door is always open for guests. I'm known for my signature cocktails at parties, and my secret to a great event is always having a personality drink before your guests arrive. Martha Stewart has nothing on me. I want to thank you all for coming. You guys are all stars in my eyes, and I think we should cheers to the new spring beginnings.
Oh, I love that. Cheers.
Cheers. I think my Spring Soirée was quite a hit with my friends, and it only took me a couple hours to do it all. I'm Christina Lauren, and I'll do whatever it takes to make your life practically perfect.